Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm trying to post a little thing for you, but it doesn't seem to want to let me. What am I doing? Why won't it let me? Too many characters. That's the problem. So I will delete that. Too many characters. / workshops. There we go. Done. I can pin it. That's what I'll do. Pin the message. Good morning, Joe. Had a good weekend? Yes, absolutely lovely, actually. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Francis. How are you all this morning? It's lovely to see you. I've had to shut my blinds because the sun's really bright. It's just you can tell from behind me. So if it gets a bit darker, then I'll open it up. But for now, you just got me all lit up with these lights. Good morning, Abby. Good morning, Mandy. I'm on time this week. Yes, well done. Thanks, Abby. Good morning, Marjorie. Good morning, Gail. Lots of lovely familiar names in this morning. I've had a lovely weekend. Joe asked. So yes, Saturday was obviously Super Saturday for the rugby, and I planned on working a bit for the first game, but in the end I just got stuck in and had the whole day pretty much watching rugby and cooking nice food. Oh gosh, it is St. Patrick's Day. Oh blimey, I forgot all about that. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Oh, we should do something. We'll have to make a clover or something, won't we? Let's do that as well. We'll do that as well. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh, crikey. Yes, top of the morning to you. Oh, I've given up wine this week as well, and alcohol, so I can't even have a Guinness to celebrate or a whiskey. Not that I drink whiskey. Yeah, and then on yesterday, it's my great nephew's and my brother's boy, so my other nephew, not my great nephew, my other nephew, birthday tomorrow. So this weekend, so Sunday, we went and celebrated Isaac's first birthday, and obviously poor Charlie's got pushed to the side a bit because it's the first birthday, he's the baby. But Charlie turns 12 on tomorrow, and Isaac turns 1 tomorrow. I can't believe where the year's gone. So his party was space themed, and it said Isaac's first trip around the sun. Aww. So yeah, he was a year old, and all the presents and things he had, and the best fun was playing with the balloons. It's his first balloon experience, so he had an absolutely amazing time. Loved playing with the balloons. Delicious cake, lovely food. Oh, it was wonderful. Morning, Tony. Who else is in? Oh, so what did you get up to this weekend? Did anybody watch the rugby? Didn't England do well for a start? Very well. Poor Wales, though. I did want them to get a few more tries, but never mind. I suppose you've got to take the highs with the lows. Good morning, Sylv. Sylv, did you see that I've started to do a spotlight on my Instagram of my students? So today I did a spotlight on you, Sylv. And I showed all your amazing pieces because you shared your finished pieces in Crow's Mojo, which is wonderful. And so yesterday I spent the day taking lots of your pieces off and downloading the images and put together a little video today of all the amazing work that you've done. So it's on Instagram. I did tag you. And then I will slowly work through all of my lovely students over the next couple of weeks and post some lovely pictures of your gorgeous work. Morning, Jane. You had to spoil it saying about the rugby. Oh, sorry, Jane. Yeah, of course. It wasn't so good for you. Sorry. But, you know, it's been the other way round. Not quite as bad, but it has been the other way round. I mean, where, yeah, Wales dominated the rugby for years and they got such a young and up and coming team. I'm sure we'll see great things from them again in the future. Oh, thank you. Haven't seen it. You haven't seen it yet, still. Oh, it's nice. I tried out a new thing as well. There's this new like AI voice to speech, text to speech, but unfortunately, it's an American accent, so it doesn't sound like me at all. Even though I did put in English at the top, it just didn't do it. So anyway, sorry, Jane. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Judith. Yeah, so take a look on my Instagram page. You'll see all Sylvia's wonderful work. I mean, if you're in Mojo, you will have seen it over the last few months. However, it's nice to see it all in one place. So absolutely wonderful. So I downloaded lots of lovely work yesterday. What was that? Why have you given up? Dremel, that should have said. Sorry, Abby. I don't know if that should have said Dremel. Dreamel. Wales won the women's deaf rugby. Oh, right. Okay. I didn't know there was such a thing, Mary. That sounds amazing. Oh, God. Why have I given? Just going to have a break. And I'm wondering if red wine is causing my shoulder problems. I've had a bad shoulder for about 7 months more, maybe, since before I got married, long time before. So yeah, and it's just not getting any better. So I'm just going to try a few changes to see if my diet will help. And I had some good advice from Jane and Sylv the other day as well with turmeric and supplements. So I just try one thing at a time. But I think before I explore buying things, I should probably just change my diet a little bit and cut out some of the things that we know aren't good for us. So yeah, I'm going to have a little break from drinking red wine in particular. I might have the odd gin. Mandy says, Gem, Trev and I were at our friend's 80th themed 50th birthday party this weekend. That's confusing. I got to live a childhood dream because I went as Jessica Rabbit and Trev was Roger Rabbit. We had a blast. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Oh, I bet you were a fabulous Jessica Rabbit. I mean, she's got to be the sexiest cartoon character ever, hasn't she? Oh, I bet you had such a good time. I bet Trev loved you dressed as Jessica Rabbit as well. Oh, what a blast. That sounds amazing. Hello, lovely one. Oh, hello, Isabel. How are you? Nice to see you in with such a lovely greeting as well. Oh, I'm just imagining. I want to see photos, Mandy. Can we see photos? I bet you look great. So an 80s themed 50th birthday party. So I suppose there were pop stars and film stars and all sorts. The 80s has got so much, hasn't it? It was so in your face, the 80s. So I bet there were some great looks. I love an 80s night. I always thought I didn't really like 80s music until I went on an 80s weekend when a Butlins one and just had the best time. And that was all fancy dress as well. But we didn't really have 80s theme fancy dress, I don't think, did we? No, we just had like themes within our group. I think one night I was a police officer. No, it was a Halloween, 80s Halloween. So yeah, one night I was a cat, and another night I was, what was I? Maybe a sister? Can't remember, long ago, but it was a great night. I love a bit of ska as well. So, and my mum loves ska, so we had a great time dancing to all the ska music. There's one night was a ska night. It was great. Oh, I love dancing. How was Friday night at Faye's Ghosts Night? Oh yeah. So I went on a ghost hunt on Friday night. Love my pendant and earrings. Yeah, I've got them on purpose, Linda. I'll get to those in a bit. Thank you, though. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, I got my hair up and everything so I can wear my earrings. These are for tonight's Charmers show, all about balance and visual weight. So you can see there's a bit of asymmetry there, but yeah, it sort of goes through balance. I'll go through all that later. And my pendant. Yeah, this was when I made, just wanted to do something little and cute. So I made that, and I had a little experiment with a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, so there's that one. It's nice just to make the most out of one bead, isn't it, sometimes? So this little flat oval, a flat circle, puffy coin, Botswana agate. But it's nice, easy to wear, isn't it? Yeah, so I went on a ghost hunt. So my sister and her partner Simon, they have a business called Gloucester Ghost Hunters, and they go out investigating occurrences. So they go out, if somebody has sort of occurrences they can't explain in their house, they'll go and investigate and see if it's if there's a spirit or some strange energy going on. So they go out with all their equipment. They've got lots of equipment for testing energy levels and temperatures and things like that. And so they have now secured a venue like exclusively to them, which has got many stories to it, some unexplained things. And the landlord and landlady of this venue have recently taken over, and they've experienced quite a few anomalies and odd occurrences. And so Faye and I went to investigate, and now they run events there. So it was the first one Friday, and I went along, and it was very busy. There was lots of people. And so it was a bit busy, but they're just going to have to cap the number that they have next time. They will, I think, because it's nicer with a smaller group. But yeah, they ran like an investigation through the old parts of this house that aren't used anymore, and we had some very odd, unexplainable things go on. It was really good, really well done. Not like not like you see on the telly where you get the spooky stuff and people screaming and jumping around and being silly. Nothing, it wasn't like that. It was very serious and very methodical, quite scientific. It was really great just to sort of be involved in that, and also fantastic to support my sister's new venture and passion, so it was absolutely brilliant. We really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next one. I don't think I'm going to be able to go on the next one because I've got to work early the next day, and it's a late event. It goes from 9 in the evening until sort of 2 in the morning, so it's a late night. But and I got to work on the following day next time, so I think I might have to skip it and do the next one in May. So it's every month. So if anybody's interested, it's Gloucester Ghost Hunters. You can find them on Instagram and on Facebook, and they run these events. But they'll also come out and investigate. So if you've got any strange occurrences, they'll come and investigate, and they investigate for free. But they will charge obviously travel and expenses. But if they have to travel anywhere, but yeah, they're always looking for new opportunities to discover. Spirits and ghostly happenings. It was really cool. Oh, Isabel, how lovely. Your son returned unexpectedly after 2 years traveling in Canada. I was so shocked and happy. Oh my God, I can't imagine how your heart must have leapt to see him. How lovely. I mean, I don't see Tom for like 3 weeks or something, and then I can't stop hugging him when I see him. I had him yesterday afternoon. It was nice. The whole family were together. Mandy, I'll pop pictures in Mojo after this. And yeah, there was the Tina Turner, Freddie Mercury, A Working Girl movie with Melanie Griffiths. The Birthday Girl with Stevie Nicks, and loads more. Oh, I bet it was amazing. You just have the best time when you're in fancy dress, don't you? Somehow, like, all the guards come down, inhibitions leave, and you just have a great time, especially if you really get into character. Good morning, Isabel. So I've just watched Instagram. That is so lovely of you. I really enjoyed all your workshops and learned so much, especially as I had such a long break from making. I love your designs to follow. Oh, thanks, Sylv. Well, I absolutely adore seeing people do workshops and then add their own twists on things and evolve designs. And I love seeing the makes from any of the tutorials I do. So please keep sharing, because it's lovely. And I really want to showcase the different skill sets of all the students that come on to my workshops and courses. I'm glad you liked it, Sylv. Isabel saying hello to Isabel, and Sylv saying hello to Isabel. So everybody's making friends on the workshops. It's lovely. You all just chat amongst yourselves. Right. What else have people been up to? 80s parties, first birthday parties, rugby, which we won't mention, Jane. What else? Oh, lovely walks. It's so lovely this time of year, isn't it? Spring, sort of just springing. The skies are crisp and blue. It's cold, but the sun's out, and it's just so lovely. You see new life coming into everything. It's really inspiring. I love watching. I love this time of year. It's so nice. Oh, I've just had a bit of porridge. I just poured a little oat out of my. Sorry, I had a bit of oat stuck. I'm going for box number 3 today. Oh yeah, go on then. Let's start voting for boxes as well. So get your votes in. So I've got, if you haven't joined before and you don't know about this, I think everybody here isn't so new, but just in case you find us for the first time, I'm Gemma Crow. I'm a jewelry designer, teacher, author, demonstrator, all the above. I work with lots of mediums, and every Monday I come in and share what I've been up to this week, what I'm getting up to the following week, and tell you what you can look out for. But also I can answer questions, so if you've got any questions I can answer those. And also I do a mini mystery make every Monday as well, so it's a bit of a mystery to all of us, even me, because I've just numbered boxes 1 to 10, and in each box, no sneaky previews, in each box is a little mini demonstration that I will then share with you at the end of this live, towards the end of this live. Okay, so that's how it works. So you vote by putting a comment with your number that you vote for, and then we go from there. So Mandy said number 3. Abby says, oh, Joe says number 6. Abby says number 5, of course. Gail says 5. Mary says 3. Sylv says 5. Tony says 8. Marjorie says 7. Jane says 10. Ooh. Right, Jane. So I've been making elf ears again, ready for the big show in August. I'm practicing my hammering. Yes, your elf ears are so cute. I really love them. I really love them. And your owl was gorgeous. Have you finished him? Are you happy with him? Jane came on the owl workshop the other day. Well, actually, you came on both workshops last week, didn't you? Owls and hammering, texturing and work hardening. And yeah, it was made some gorgeous things. But yeah, the elf ears are so cute. Really love to see them. Will you share some pictures of them, Jane, in Mojo? Be nice to see them. Marjorie's gone, morning, first Monday off in weeks. Oh, Lynn, happy Monday off. Nice to have a Monday off, isn't it? The weekends can be absolutely exhausting. You need Monday off to recover. I often think that. I like my Mondays. I get to do this, and then I get to make for the rest of the day. I mean, it's a busy day for me, and then I teach in the, or demonstrate in the evening. But I do like Mondays, though. It's that after the weekend, it's a nice way back into the week. Went to see What's Love Got to Do with It, Tina Turner musical. Fabulous. Got up and boogied with my daughters. Oh, lush. Oh, I do love Tina. I do love Tina Turner. She's amazing. My friend reminds me of Tina Turner, my friend Nat. Isabel, you want a 5. And Linda wants a 4. 5 is well in the lead today. All the hours were great. Yes, they were, Sylv. You finished it late last night and you'll share it later as I've not photographed it yet. Oh, well, okay. We'll look forward to seeing it. What was I going to say? Yeah, Tina Turner, my friend Nat. We've been friends since we were 7. I started a new school when I was 7, and the first person I met was Natalie, and she was bonkers. Even then, she's still bonkers now, and she had the biggest smile you've ever seen, and she was just so in your face helpful. I had no choice but to be friends with Nat. She didn't give me any choice. I got to the reading mat, you know, the little corner where you sit and read your books, and she was just like brought me in, and that was it. Then we were best friends, and we still are. And yeah, she's got wild hair like Tina Turner, the same colour, that lovely sort of blonde tipped wild afro. Well, actually now she's got dreads, but it was massive hair. I always needed taming, and she's just got the same legs as Tina, just the same legs. And I remember her, mimicking Tina Turner when we were teenagers, being daft. And so now, anytime I think of Tina Turner, I think of Nat and her legs. Dancing, because Tina Turner was no dancer, mind, was she? But she had the great legs. Jane, finished late last night and I'll share later. Oh, right. Isabel, I went on the Polymer Clay Guild of Great Britain retreat last week. Yes, we were talking about you, Isabel, in the workshop, because Abby had asked for some advice with polymer clay because she hasn't used it for a long time. So I said that I thought it was you that was doing the polymer clay. So maybe Abby can ask you some questions if you're joining us on Friday. It was so fun and loads of new friends. I'm madly making little clay birds now. Oh, don't forget to share, Isabel. Share what you make in the Mojo. It's lovely to see. It's inspiring for everybody. And it's nice, maybe the polymer clay retreat is something other people might not know about and want to do. And number 8 for Isabel. Mine not quite finished, but we'll try to finish today. I took my dad to see Tina in real life. Oh, amazing. Don't forget to post your polymer clay makes, Isabel. Looking forward to seeing it. Yes. Abby, the Tina Turner was an awesome dancer. That would be awesome, please. Yeah, well, okay. She was all legs. She was all legs. Will do, says Isabel. So Isabel's going to post to makes later. But yeah, polymer clay retreat sounds lovely, doesn't it? It's one thing I haven't actually played too much with. I've done a bit of polymer clay, but I've never really explored all the options. I can do canes, and I can do most things with it. And I love sculpting, so anything I can sculpt with, I love. But I generally haven't brought polymer clay into my jewelry too much, only when I've had shows to do or incorporated it with leather. I did a faux cloisonné sort of style with it once, which is a piece that I really like. It's actually in the book, that one. So I must have liked it. She was all legs, but very sexy. Oh yeah, absolutely, no disputing that. And a great singer, and a pretty brave lady, right? She had quite a life, didn't she? It's a fabulous film, isn't it? What is the film called? The film Tina Turner and Ike Turner. He wasn't a very nice guy, was he? Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Let's the algorithm on Gem's side. Yay! Thank you, Mandy. Yes, give me some thumbs up and emojis, and all the comments are good. It really helps. It really helps. Right, so a couple of exciting things that I need to tell you about. What's Love? Is that the name of the film? Is that the name of the film as well? Is that? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it was a absolutely great film. Very sad though. When's the book coming out? Was Abby, I literally have not had any time to work on the book, and because I've extended my contract with work now, because couldn't really afford to have the time off, I've extended my contract, so I'm not actually sure when I'm going to get to write it. If I get chance in May, after finishing work and before packing and moving, then I will. I really want to, but it means I'll just have to have radio silence for a couple of weeks and just focus completely on that. At the moment, it's not looking too possible because I've got training and packing, and I don't know. I really want to, Abby. Believe me, I want to. Oh, it is. So the film and the show is called What's Love Got to Do with It? Oh, yeah, it's been a year since I've seen it, but it was great. Right, so I did the Milliput workshop with you and Laura a few years ago. Was thinking of having another go with it to set a few cabs in. Absolutely. I've got a Milliput project in my mind that is plaguing me. It's this silly bit of hair is really getting on my nerves. I tongued all my hair this morning, and do you think it just would not sit down? I just couldn't make it sit properly, so I just put a clip in it. It's annoying me. You did that one as well, Isabel? Yeah, we did some great milliput workshops. I absolutely adore milliput. It's such a versatile medium. It's sort of a cross between clay and glue, which sounds odd, but it's so good. Like cerulean, a little bit, but cerulean's very limited. You can really only push things into cerulean, but it's such a fantastic medium. Milliput. I've got loads of it here as well because I keep thinking I'll run workshops again with it because it's so versatile and it's lovely to be able to make your own components. So maybe I will do another milliput workshop at some point. I'd like to do loads more workshops. I just haven't got the time. But talking about workshops, and what I have got time for is I'm trying something new on Friday. It's jewelry surgery day, and I've been trying to film videos to promote it and run an advert. Oh gosh, you haven't heard of milliput? Oh, Isabel, you'll love it. Be warned though, because I know how you like all your mediums. It'd be another one to add to your bow, add to your repertoire. Yeah, and you can get a bit carried away with it. I'll share some stuff with you, Isabel. It's nice stuff. Okay, so on Friday, I'm running the first of a project that I'm doing called a jewelry surgery. So basically, it's just as it sounds. I'm Dr. Jewelry, and you are the patients. You come in and you can ask any questions, you can request certain demos and get some help and support with any problems you're having with your jewelry. So whether it's attaching a clasp or getting something to sit in the right direction, or working out how to combine certain gemstones, or you've got an unusual shape that you'd like to know how to put into a design, or just some general inspiration and ideas, then it's a day where you can join. So basically it's a Zoom workshop, so a Zoom classroom, which you can dip in and out of all day between 10 and 4. You can stay the whole day, or you can just come and go as you please and pop in and ask a question, or leave to go and have lunch, or come in the afternoon because you've got to work in the morning. Whatever you like, but it's open 10 till 4. And you basically can, just come along and bring your project, so you can just sit and make and then get some help and support along the way, either from me or maybe somebody in the surgery, in the waiting room, that can help. For example, Isabel has got lots of skills with polymer clay that Abby might need to know about, and I have limited knowledge on polymer clay. So it might be that we can support each other, as well as asking for my advice and support throughout the day. I will start the day with setting a challenge. So if you haven't got a project you're working on, then you can do the challenge throughout the day. So I would do the Mojo dice to set us a project, and you can work on that project. Maybe you want some help with the design process, or maybe you want some maybe you have a design but you just don't know how to go about bringing it together, or how to connect the parts, or how to bring two mediums into play. And basically it's just a day of creating, but with support. So it's the first one, and I want to try it out and see how it goes. So I'd like lots of people on. So if you are free and you can come along, I'd love to have you there. This one is £10 and it's open for the whole day. So you might have one question, you might have 5. And I will do my best to answer, demonstrate, show, support and help and encourage everybody that comes along. So it's the link I've pinned in the comments at the top of the chat, and it's a link into the workshops page where you can then see the surgery booking, and then the download is automatic. So you will be sent a document that sort of has a link in it to download, a link in it that you can click then to join the workshop on the day. So it's new, it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. I really want it to work. I want it to be something that we do regularly, and yeah, and it might evolve into something else, but it's the concept is there. So it's a day to create together where you've got me on hand to answer questions and help you bring your designs to life. Okay, so that's that. So please have a look at that. Join if you can, and share as well. So share with people that you think might be interested. Come as a group, come together as a group, and join. The nice thing about doing it on Zoom is that I don't have to imagine what you're talking about. You can show me, we can interact one-on-one, and we can also like ask the group for support as well. Anybody else got any ideas? And so it should be a nice sort of inspiring, mojo boosting day for everybody. Mary, you've signed up. Isabel, you can't wait. You've put it in your diary. Oh, it was the first time we met. You talked about milliput rings. Oh, gosh, Abby, was it that long ago I used it? Milliput. You're looking forward to Friday, but no idea what to make. Well, hopefully, we set a challenge. In the first. That bit of hair. It's really annoying me. We set the challenge in the first sort of 15 minutes after we've all got in and settled and had a little natter and catch up and introductions. I'll set the challenge and we can start working on that, and then we can dip in with other problems. So there's something to sort of work along with if you haven't got your own project that you're working on. Okay, so don't worry about what you're making. We will work it out on the day. Gail, I really wanted to, but not able to. So I hope there will be another one. Yeah, I'm hoping there will be, Gail. I've got to see how well this one goes. If the concept works, I think it will. I do think it will, because I think sometimes in the Monday Mojo, it's frustrating when somebody asks me a question I can't quite see or understand or support, because I can't see it and I can't interact directly. So I think this will give us the opportunity to do it. Sylvia will be there on Thursday and Friday. Yes, because on Thursday I have a filigree bracelet workshop. And you might have seen I've got this ring, a ring on as well. So this is the ring part of it, and then just pop it right down. So the ring, and then here's the bracelet that we'll be working on as well. So it's creating like a gate style, you know, the old Victorian gate style bracelets, that sort of style workshop on Thursday. So that's Thursday afternoon, 2:30 till 5:30. So we've got that one as well. But the workshops are listed up on the website, and I've got the sword workshop, which is getting booked up, and I'm limiting the spaces on that one. Oh, Lynn, you've just booked. Oh, brilliant. So this one's got limited spaces. I think there's only 4 spaces left, I think, on this one. So if this is when you wanted to do, then you might want to book that one up today before it disappears. I want to limit the space on that one just because it's a bit more involved, and I want to make sure everybody gets the best opportunity to learn how to do it. Lynn, I'm glad you've just booked. That's great. Yes, so please book and share. See if there's any of your friends or other fellow jewelry makers that you think might benefit from it or might want to join you on the day. It's a nice day to natter and catch up, isn't it? Sometimes it'd be a bit lonely sat working on your workbench on your own. At least with this, you've got a group of people to natter to at the same time, and find out, you know, you have some commonalities and things in common and be able to support each other. So it should be a lovely day. I'm looking forward to it. It's not about being clever, Abby, but I think it might be a bit too heavily involved. Lots of angles, So it might be a bit heavily involved for you, Abby, but you can try it and see how you get on. But it is a trickier project. So slightly more advanced than my normal projects. Okay. Any more votes, everybody? I've got my box of goodies over here with you. I'll tell you what I was going to talk about today. I saw something. You're going to buy the one I sell. Okay, we do that instead. I was going to talk to you about today colour combinations, because when I went out for a walk on Saturday with the dog, or Friday, I can't remember which day, I went out for a nice walk with her anyway, and the sun was shining, it was lovely, and I saw a ivy leaf, and I wish I'd picked it, and I went past and I did a double take and I thought, oh, that's lovely. It was an ivy leaf, and it changed colour, so it was like a deep red, but it had like a lime green vein through it, and the combination was just so lovely. And it's ever since I've been thinking, right, I really want to put some garnets and some peridot together, so I really must try and do that today, just to scratch that itch, or maybe I'll save it till Friday and do it live with you guys. It was just such a lovely colour combination, and I was going to ask you, anybody been out and about and seen a colour combination that's made them think of gemstones, putting gemstones together? So the sunsets at the moment have been incredible, haven't they? They've been absolutely gorgeous. I didn't get to see the blood moon. I did get up at 5 in the morning to go and check the sky, but it was so cloudy we didn't get to see it. And we tried again at 6. No, too cloudy, couldn't see it, so didn't get to see that. I put your name on it, Abby, don't you worry. So yeah, anybody seen any colour combinations that they think, oh, that could inspire a piece of jewellery or a combination of gemstones? So for me, it's an ivy leaf and it's peridot and garnet, I think, the combination that I want to go for. Or even like is it hyposthene with that lovely lime green finish. Still, I used to wear red and wear a red suit and lime green blouse in the 80s for work. The 80s are coming up a lot today, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, wow, that's a combo, isn't it? I love both those colours, lime green, red. I love them together. Abby just bought me some, Jane, you've just booked up. Brilliant. I can't wait to see you. Just bought me some deep purple and white roses. And yep, stunning. Oh, that sounds lovely. Deep purple and white. Are they ombre, or have you got purple ones and white ones? That's an unusual colour, isn't it? Purple roses. But yeah, that's a nice combination, isn't it? Oh, lovely jazz. All the time Gemma went to garden centre. Why, the colours give you inspiration. Yeah, they do, don't they? I remember going last year, and there was a lady deadheading all the pansies and petunias and things like that. It was just deadheading them, and there was a bucket underneath the bench where all the plants were, and she was just chucking all the petals in. Oh, the colours were just stunning together. They were so gorgeous. But pansies, is it pansies, or what are the other little ones? Little like pansies, petunias, I don't know, begonias, I don't know, can't remember what they're called. They look like pansies, like little pansies, but the color combinations are incredible, and the patterns, they're all so beautiful and so different. I mean, I'm always loving the yellows and the purples together. They're just great, aren't they? But yeah, garden centres and flowers are a great way to look for colour combinations and shapes and lines and things like that. Purple and white separate. Oh, lovely, Abby. Violas, that's it, Jane. Violas. Yellow is talking to me at the moment. Made a fab mushroom pendant in black and bright yellow. Oh, nice. Yeah, yellow's lovely. And I suppose at the moment as well, it's spring, the sun's coming, yellow feels so bright and vibrant, and yeah, really energizing, isn't it, yellow? But my first house that I had to myself, pretty much every room was yellow. Different shades of yellow in the different rooms, like more mellow yellows and bright yellows, zesty yellows, greeny yellows. I love yellow. It just makes you feel awake and zesty and happy, doesn't it? It's a happy colour. My front garden is full of pansies that I won from a competition. There's 26 trays of them. I will get them in the garden eventually. Blimey, that is a lot of pansies. But they're so pretty. They're happy as well, aren't they? They remind me of my nan. She loved pansies. Absolutely loved them. And she would always say, can you see their little faces? You know, she'd like to see their little faces in them. You have daffodils out in the garden later this week. Yeah, the daffodils are up. We've got some lovely daffodils around. And when going back autumn last year, I had our residents at work planting daffodils in the garden, little clusters of them, and they're taking such delight now in watching them all poke their little heads up and open. Again, just happy flowers, aren't they? My first art class, so some of you might know, when I was what would I have been, 10, about 10, I was very talented at drawing and things when I was very young, and you know, unnaturally so. So I was ahead of where I should have been as a 10-year-old, and so my school really capitalized on it, and I think their intention was to develop me and harness this talent that I had and you know, showcase it. So they had me doing all the displays for the hallways. I remember doing Great Big George and the Dragon paintings, and yeah, so I did all the displays for the hallways, but I wasn't doing any lessons. They also won lots of things for the school because of my artwork. So you know, I won them a telly, I won them some bikes, a VCR, which was a big thing back then, on a stand. So I got selected to do lots of things like that. However, I was missing other lessons because of it. So my mum thought, enough's enough. You can't, you know, you got a talent, but you can't not do other things. You have to have your English and your maths and sciences and things. So so mum went to our local college and spoke to the lecturer there, who's called Mr. Straley. I've probably talked about him before. He's a massive influence in my life. And he was a funny man, ever such a funny man. Quite daunting for a 10-year-old, because he was a giant guy. And he had really thick glasses, bald head, massive long grey beard, and and glasses that made his eyes look enormous. So my mum had spoke to him and said, oh, she's really talented. She's doing all this stuff at school, and we need to harness the talent and develop it, but don't want to do it at school. So anyway, he came round to interview me, and I took him, he took me in the garden, and he said, right, show me your work. So I showed him all my portfolio. I had a portfolio at 10 of work, and he asked me lots of questions about it. Anyway, he was quite intrigued with me, and we weren't doing so well back then. So we'd become homeless. So we were homeless, and we were in a very low income family, let's say. And so mum really couldn't afford to send me to private school or private lessons or anything. Anyway, this lovely man took me under his wing and said that he would give me free tuition. And he taught an evening class, GCSE evening class, at a local night school. And so every week he would come along in his little dolly car and pick me up and take me to GCSE art. So I did GCSE art when I was 10. And where was I going with this? Oh yeah, daffodils. I did GCSE art when I was 10. Anyway, my first lesson, I got to the college, and as I walked in, there's lots of adults. Obviously, they're all adults at night school, and I'm a little 10-year-old. And I walked in and there was a life drawing class going on. So there was a naked lady in the middle of the room. And I was a little bit like, oh my gosh, where am I? What am I doing here? So Mr. Straley sort of thought, oh dear, suddenly rushed me through this room, put me in another room and gave me a vase of daffodils and said to me, right, I want you to personify them, to draw them, but as people. And that was my first ever art class. And so daffodils always make me think of that and my lovely, extraordinary time with Mr. Straley, who really, really believed in me. It was nice. It was so nice. And really went out of his way to support me to develop as an artist. To be fair, I didn't actually get any better. I didn't really want to pursue fine art. I more wanted to do 3D and textiles, but it did harness and it did make me believe in my creativity then, and it was a wonderful experience. Yeah, so some really kind people. You always need somebody to give you that bit of support, and for me, Mr. Straley and my mum in the first place, actually, for realizing that that sort of side of me needed supporting and bringing out, and found me that opportunity, which is amazing. So thanks, Mum. Thanks, Mr. Straley. Thanks, daffodils. Thanks, Jane, for reminding me of the daffodils. You have wildflower seeds, hoping the mix will inspire you. Or definitely, Gail. There's something really beautiful about that sort of random rhythm of wildflowers, the little pops of colour and the movement that they have as well, because their wildflowers always have a bit more movement, and I like the randomness of wildflowers. I'm much more a wild garden, woodlands person than I am flower formal garden person. Oh, what a lovely man. Yeah, he was lovely, Isabel. So lovely. And do you know what? To this day, because I still see him, in fact, I haven't seen him for about 2 years, but throughout my life, he's always come to like events, and yeah, we've crossed paths many times because we both went, well, he's always been a supporter of young people and developing creativity, and I ended up working in that sector of supporting people and children. And so we crossed paths a lot professionally later on in life as well, which is really nice. But to this day, he still calls me Gemma. He never once called me Gemma, even though that was what my name, that's my name, and he knew. But he never called me Gemma. Always Gemma. Always. Still. You just need one person to believe in you. Yes, you do. It makes such a difference when people believe in you. Lovely story. Yeah, I've been very lucky in that sense. I've got a fantastic family and lovely people, role models in my life, and I've got you lot as well. So I'm very, very lucky. Your daughter's doing art at college at the moment and going on to uni in September to do art. Oh, amazing. Like I would love to have continued on with it. It just wasn't in my path. Wasn't for me at the time. But yeah, oh, that's nice, Tony. Nice to have that creativity harnessed. I made a daffodil in wire ages ago. Yeah, I've made a couple of daffodils. I did one in copper as well. Didn't quite capture it how I wanted to, but something definitely maybe to come back to at some point. Definitely maybe. That didn't work, did it? My dad at 80 is doing music A-level. So proud of him. Wow, that's amazing. Never too late. Yeah. Just as I say that, sorry I'm late, says Leslie. It's never too late, Leslie. Welcome aboard. Do you have a vote for us? Because I'm about to do it. Hi, Leslie. How was the stag? Number 3 for Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie, did you go on the stag do as well? You were on the hen do the week before. You say you went on both. Number 3. I got it. Okay. Right. So I've been babbling on about colours and people to believe in you, and what a difference it makes when you do that for somebody. So yeah, we had lots of things nattering about today. first birthdays, 80s parties. It went well, apparently, wasn't there? You weren't there. You didn't join in on that one as well then, Leslie. I'm glad it went well. Glad you both had nice weekends with the lads and the ladies, respectively. Do love a hen party. Right. Okay, so I told you about the workshops and the jury surgery day. Leslie, don't forget to have a look at jury surgery day. It'd be lovely if you could come along. It's on Friday. It's Tosh's first birthday today. Oh, happy birthday, Tosh. Oh, bless him. I think tomorrow, tomorrow it is 2 years since we met Willow for the first time. So we won't be celebrating. We celebrated her second birthday, but yeah, it's in my calendar. 2 years since Willow chose us. So sweet. She had a dog sitter yesterday because I can't take her to my nephew's because he's got a dog who's very, very possessive and a bit grumpy. She's older, bless her. So we can't take Willow there. So we had a dog sitter, and the dog sitter we've got is a photographer as well. Just by chance, he's amazing. And this was the amazing shot he took of her yesterday. Get the camera. Can you see that? Oh, come on, focus in. You can see is the light. Let's get rid of that light. Oh, it's a great photo anyway. It's on my Instagram. I couldn't help it. I had to share her tongue sticking out. She looks a bit wild. She definitely looks happy. She actually looks a bit scary there, doesn't she? And there she is with her toy, looking very happy. So yeah, we had some great pictures of her yesterday. Okay, so Isabel, my weekend was the worst type of weekend in my book. Oh no, intense house cleaning and sorting a lot of mess out. Yeah, that's rubbish. I wanted to finish my owl, but I really needed it really needed doing. Yeah, sometimes you've got to sacrifice, but when it's done, I think it does make you feel free to create again. Like, I find the more I leave the housework, the more annoyed I get by it, and then the less I can settle into doing something. So hopefully it's given you that freedom, that weight off your shoulders, that cleanness around you to help you feel creative and get back on it. It does feel good. I like it when Chris and I have a sort of productive weekend morning. I always feel so much better for it. I always think, isn't that nice? Because it's lovely just to relax and not do much on a weekend, but at the same time, then you've got that looming feeling for the week ahead, haven't you? So yeah, sometimes on a Saturday morning we just get up, get cracking, do a load of jobs, and then feel really great for the rest of the weekend. So maybe it's a good thing, Isabel. Oh, Abby, did she like the wedding jewelry? She's asking Leslie. Oh, you're delivering it today. Oh, that's exciting. So excited to take photos. Yeah, I spent all of last week tidying my craft room. Love it again. Yeah, that's it. It does help when you get tidied and organized. It does feel a lot better. Adrian and I even agreed to a cleaning schedule so we don't let it get as bad. How uncharacteristically grown up. Yeah, it happens to us all, Isabel, at some point. I forgot to tell you what I gifted to the birthday girl. I bought her a jewelry box and completely filled it with 50 individual pieces of handmade jewelry. She was blown away. I bet she was. Oh my goodness, that's an amazing present. 50 pieces of jewelry. My goodness me. Wow. That's incredible. I bet she was blown away. Did you take photographs, Mandy? Is there like something, is that something to show that? That's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Wowzer. Can I be your friend, please? Yeah, we all want to be Mandy's friend, don't we? 50 pieces of jewellery. Gosh. Oh, gosh, I imagine she was blown away. Such a lovely idea. It's a lovely idea. I remember making something for my friend's 40th, and I used 40 charms on a charm bracelet. I thought that was I thought that was good, but no, 40 pieces of jewellery. You don't want her to get any older. What are you going to do when she's 60? You took a photo of the finished box. So generous, yeah. I'm 50 next year, hint. Though, I mean, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? Can you imagine opening a box with 50 pieces of jewellery in? I mean, I open boxes with 50 pieces of jewellery in all the time, but it's not a gift. That is incredible. Wow. Well, yes, also on that note, I do have the date for the sale. So the massive sale is on the 5th of April, 11 o'clock, I think I've put it on. She'll get a hug for her 60th, yeah. Yeah, or maybe you could just add a piece every year. So then she'll have 51, 52. Then, you know, maybe you can do that. Yeah, so the date for the jewelry sale is set for the 5th of April. And it's on Facebook. So it'll be on Gemma Crow jewelry page. So you won't want to miss it. Lots and lots and lots of bargains. Okay. So the winning box number today is box number 5. And I'm not going to start the tutorial until I get lots of thumbs up. Lots of thumbs up, please. Let's have a look what's in box number 5. Hopefully I don't have to go rummaging around the workshop for things. 5. Ooh. Oh, we've got quite an involved one today. Good job, I've left loads of time. This is what we got today. Can you see it? This piece. So I will walk you through it and show you how it's done. Yeah, so you're happy, Abby? Box number 5 was your choice. So let me show you sort of, I'll get some pieces out which are a bit of an evolution on the same thing. I'm gonna have to restock my my box as well. So pretty, yay, yeah. Hopefully, so this is it here. It's got a little tassel on as well, this one. I won't be doing the tassel. Oh shoot, this is the one day I am traveling to Birmingham. My iPad will be with me and hubby can just drive while I spend. Yeah, good plan. Yeah, and he can't really do anything about it, can he? Because he'll just be driving. He won't be able to be distracted. Yeah, it'd be great. I don't know what time it'll go on till, because we're just going to keep going until we run out of steam. We might have to have a break like we did with my last sale. We just take a few breaks to have some restock fuel and things like that. Right, I'm going to put my finger over the lens while I change the camera, because it can be make you a bit dizzy. So let me just undo this first. Right, camera. It doesn't do this with Zoom, it stays the right way up, but with YouTube it turns itself around. Ooh, that's me. And then you can't see what I'm doing. Right here, and down a bit. There we go. Okay, so here's the element that I'll be showing you, and these are some variations, so bigger ones, a few variations there. All right, so it starts with a gizmo coil and a bead that has a big enough drill hole to pass a 0.6mm wire through twice. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna get out of my little box to start with. So let me get this ready. Oh, that'll do. Will that go through twice? Let's try it. Little selection here. There's a bead. If that doesn't work, we'll try that. And then you'll want some little beads to go around the edge. So this one I've used seed beads, but you can use you know, maybe some 3mm, 4mm beads to go around the edge. It's up to you. Let's see what I've got in my pack of beads. I want that for later. Let's get these. These will do. I'll find what I need in there. So I need to illustrate, isn't it? I don't need to make a beautiful piece. I'm just going to illustrate. I've got a lovely little selection of beads here. Right. So for the wire, for the gizmo coil, I'm going to use a 0.6mm wire. It's nice and easy to work with. 0.6. It coils really well. Oh look, seed beads. I'll just try and find the right gauge down here. Got 0.8. You watch, I'll have everything except what I need. 0.8. 0.8. 0.4. I will need some 0.4, so I'm going to have that out ready. No, right, I'll have to use nice new wire from the reel. Oops. Right, 0.6. Now, making a gizmo coil is easier if you have a gizmo coil tool, but if you don't, then you can use some sort of mandrel, like a knitting needle, or even a nice thick piece of wire to make a coil separately. But it is much easier if you've got a gizmo. So I have a gizmo here. I'm going to use a small mandrel, which is about a 1.5, about a 2mm mandrel, and this little device here, which is just a metal sort of bracket with a hole in it that your gizmo tool fits through. These are really cheap to buy. You can find them on Amazon, eBay. Jewelry maker might still have some. I'm not sure if Cookson's do it, but lots of places where you can buy jewelry tools will have this. And basically, you turn this and you can create a coil along the length of it. So, Joe, Sylvia, sorry, mine is a virtual thumbs up. Love your work. Ah, thank you, Judith. Captive complaining, maybe, but I have selective deafness. Sorry, get a bottle of wine, you'll be fine. All right, where are we? Oh, that's lovely, very pretty. Oh, lots of thumbs up under the video, please. Only 12 at the moment. I can't see that. Oh, I can see 12, yeah. So yeah, it would be nice to have some more. Captive complaining, maybe. I've selective deafness. Yeah, good for you, Joe. You could put it in you could put a knitting needle in a drill as long as you use a slow speed. Yes, there is that. So if you've got a drill that you can, mount somewhere, you can put a knitting needle or a piece of wire in the drill chuck and put it on a slow setting so that the chuck turns and the wire feeds onto it. That is another idea. Oh, hi, Wendy. Join on my break at work. Hope you're all well on this lovely Monday. We are, Wendy. We hope you're well too. Lovely to see you there. Okay, so then I've put my wire onto my mandrel, and then I'm going to let the wire run down the side and hold the wire onto the mandrel. That gives it a nice tension. And then I just turn the handle to create a coil. Okay, so creating the coil. So I'm turning the handle and the wire is going around freely on the mandrel. And I'm working straight from the reel as well. You can see the reel spinning there as I go. And you just create, so as after a while I get a bit quicker. If you find that your wire goes overlap, so somehow it goes like this and doubles back, then just all I do is I pull it back. I just pull on the wire the other direction and then just start again. Okay, if it's a bit gappy, then make sure you push against the bracket there to get the gaps in the coil closed. Okay, so for this, it's up to you how big a length you have. You can make them bigger or smaller. So you can see I've got a few different sizes. These bigger ones are done with a larger size wire, so maybe a 0.8 millimeter wire for those stronger frames, bigger. If you go bigger, then make your wire bigger as well. Okay, so then we remove this from the mandrel. Now, some people have problems removing their gizmos from the mandrel, so I'll give you a tip on how to do it. So sometimes if the mandrel's old and it's, sort of got a bit rough and battered, then your wire can stick on and it's hard to pull it off. So my tip here is always keep two long tails on, two tails, and push that tail out, so it's basically opening up the coil, and this one the other way, so you're opening the coil and then slide. This, you generally find that you get more problems with a thicker wire. So with a 0.4 you don't generally get that problem, but if you just push opposite directions with these wires, it opens up the coil enough to pull it off the mandrel. Okay, and that works for me every time. I've never had a problem. Right, trim the wires off. Now we'll decide what sort of size we want the coil, the circle to be. So maybe a bit smaller than that I'm going to go for. So just cut it to size, and then we're going to take two lengths. We're going to take one length of 0.6 millimeter wire. You want to make sure that this can pass through your gemstone twice, so that can help you decide which gemstone to use. Yeah, so it'll go through twice. That's great. So now I'm going to take my wire through the gizmo. Yes, Abby, I have sent the one from Thursday. Check your emails. I sent it to you and to Jazz. And then, so take your wire all the way through the coil, and then take one end through the bead, the center bead, and the other end through in the other direction, and then pull. Okay, and then push to let it create a ring. Okay, so manipulate it back into that circular shape. I mean, that is quite a nice ring as well. That's quite a nice design for just a standard ring. So yeah, a little bit of manipulating to pull it into a nice shape. If you can get, thicker wire through, so if you can get a 0.8 millimeter through, and it will go through your gemstone twice, and even better. The stronger you make that ring, the more it will stay in shape for you. But there's your foundation. Okay, so these wires, this wire at the top, that I'm just going to pull them up for now, because we might use some gemstones on here to decorate, or we might do something else with it. So just keep them up out of the way for now. Right then, and now we're going to add another wire in with gemstones around. So I'm going to use, I think I might use a thicker, no, I use 0.6. I'm going to keep the 0.6 for consistency. So a nice length of 0.6, long enough to go around the outside of this one, and we'll just thread this up with some beads. Okay, so I'm going to use these. And now you might want to place them around your design first to see how many you need. Go around. And when you place them on, put them next to one another, but we want to allow for a few gaps because we're going to wrap in between each one. So let's put 6 on each side, like so. And then for the middle, we'll go for something a bit different. So just change it up a little bit for that middle section, and we'll go for an odd number. Okay, so I'm going to actually take one of these and go 5 on each side. So just sort of have a rough sort of plan of what you're going to go around the outside with, and then we just thread them on. So thread these onto your 0.6 wire, and your middle ones. Okay, and then this will sit around the outside. Okay, so it's going to sit around like that. So once you've got it sort of roughly where the size you want it, so let's put it on again. We want it to sit on the outside, and you can just sort of twist those two ends together or lock them in together so that they don't twist. We'll tie them all in properly later, but for now we just want to hold the roughly the right size. A bit less there. Okay, so there's that. And now we're just going to bind those in place. So take some 0.4mm wire and bind these in place. So to start off, I'm going to start at the middle, because then I can work evenly round. So if I find the center of my 0.4 thread, I'm going to go to the center of this ring, and we want to wrap ideally in the same direction as the gizmo, so that the wire sits in, tessellates into it quite nicely, and it sort of hides. So I know from here I want to wrap that in that direction, and that will keep it all sitting nicely. Okay, so just get this piece sat there, line up our circle. It's come undone. Okay, let's get our wire through the middle there so it's all sitting in the right place. Bit fiddly, keeping it all together, but we get there. Okay, so starting at the middle, I'm just going to loosely, and it isn't a tight bind. We don't want a tight bind here. The hardest bit is getting it to sit still while you get the first one on. So just go up through the loop, and we're going to just go in between each bead, and not pulling, but just laying the wires around. Okay, so through, once you've got the first one in, it's a lot easier. In between, through the middle, push the next bead along, bind around, and the next bead. and the next one, and just keep going until they're all bound in place. We can tweak and shifty things around a little bit after if we need to. So that one can come in there. And the last bead there. Okay, so just leave that for now and then come around to do the other side. So again, just going in through the middle to the outside and in between each bead, back to the middle, and just go all the way around. Trying to keep it nice and even. Just check that you're on track for even. I think this one could do a shifting around just slightly, so just wiggle it round just to give it, you can move it, you can manipulate it because you're not binding really tightly, so you can manipulate it slightly as you go. That one slightly, so I'm going to wiggle it around a little bit more. There we go, and now that's even. Okay, so that's attached. Then we've got these ends to deal with. So the 0.4 wires that you've just used to combine your gems around that loop, just take them around the inner circle just next to where that middle gemstone is, and we're just going to bind them now. So we are going to pull nice and tight just to finish those wires off. So pull those nice and tight twice around the side of that bead. Now that should also just slip down the side of the coil. So the coil is on the 0.6 wire, so basically you are wrapping that 0.4 around the 0.6 at the end of the coil. Okay, and then we can trim off the excess there. It shouldn't tuck away quite neatly. And then the same with the other one, the other side. So just take the wire through and wrap a couple of times at the end of that coil, just by that central bead. So I'm going to go twice again. Twice should be plenty. You don't want to create too much bulk. We've got a lot of wires to deal with at the top, so the less times we wrap, the better really. Enough to be secure. 2 wraps is plenty. Okay, so now we've got to this point. So then we will get rid of the next set of wires. So let's get rid of these wires, which are the ones that are going round the outside with the beads on. So you can get rid of these decoratively if you like. You can make a spiral that sits either side, like almost like a shoulder for the piece. Or if we just want to get rid of them, we can take them just like we did with that 0.4 and bring them down into the ring and wrap them again once or twice around just to secure them, and then nip them off. Okay, get rid of those wires. Could you do a decorative nail with those wires? Decorative nail? Nail? Bail. Decorative bail. We could definitely do a decorative bail. Gem, have you sent the video? Thursday was the work hardening, and I'm pretty sure Abby did it. Was that one I sent this morning, Sil? Was it work hardening I sent this morning? One of them hadn't uploaded, and so when I looked this morning, it had uploaded. But I wasn't sure. I didn't think that was Thursday. I thought that was Friday. I'm pretty sure I sent yours via email, Abby, to you and Jez. I used both of your emails, so you should have 2 links. So have another check, and then I'll check as well when I come off. Yeah, you could have used those to make a decorative bail, Wendy. Definitely, you could use them. I mean, it's 0.6 wire, so it's not the strongest of framework wires. It's only strong in this case because it's been gizmoed and doubled and tied into other things. But yeah, you could. So now we've left with these 2 wires, and these are what I would use to either create a bail or something, a hanging point for it. So with this one, I've brought the wires up together like that and twisted them together. So give them a nice tight twist, and then add your sort of finishing gemstone onto the top. So that can be whatever you want, really. It could be another one of those. It's nice to bring something like that in again. I can sit there. That finished that quite nicely, and then maybe I'll top it off with one of the cube or another. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to finish it with, you put those beads on there, and then just for keeping it tidy, and because those wires are twisted together in there, they're not vulnerable, so you can take one of those wires and nip it off, and then you can use this one to make a bail. So let's do a wrap loop on here. 0.6 wire isn't strong enough to make a open loop really for a pendant, so just take it round your pliers, take the wire around, and then wrap around to create a wrapped loop. You can take that down the gemstone if you want to create a nice sort of capped finish, and then trim off the excess. Okay, so there's that lovely little component. If you wanted to add a sort of a dangle from the bottom, the best way to do that is to take another piece of 0.4 wire and then take that wire through the center gemstone on your ring. So thread that through. It can be a bit tricky to get it through, but it helps if the wire's straight on the end. Take it through the gemstone. There we go. Okay, and then you can use that to then attach in whatever it is you want, another tassel or a ending of some nature, and add it in there. So that's the best way of attaching something to the bottom. Use the gemstone as a point that you can bring things into play with. So if I'll twist those wires together. I'll get rid of one, and then I can put a tassel on. Let's see what this looks like, or some sort of point or finishing piece. Oh, that's quite nice. I'll tell you what, I like it when you get to play with what works. That one, and then that one. Well, that brings it down into quite a nice little point, doesn't it? And then I got something tiny for the end. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's have a look. See if I can get that one on there. Where did it go? I've lost it. It was so tiny. Oh, it's a tricky one. Drill hole is very hard to see on these tiny faceted hematites. So every little reflection of light looks like a drill hole. Okay, so obviously it's not a head pin, so I can't just finish it off. I'm going to have to either come back up through to finish it, or and have to have a little dangle on the end, which is what I'm going to go for. So I'm going to make this a wrap loop, tiniest I can manage, so it doesn't interfere with the scale, because we've tapered it right down. The last thing we want to do is put a great big loop to throw the scale back out. So just put a tiny little loop on the end there, and then I will think of something to dangle on the end. Oh, really quite pleased with that, actually. That's quite nice. Might use that. A really cool earring. So there we go. Look how different they look, just because of the difference in the beads that you use. They look so different, don't they? I'm really pleased with that one. That's nice. Okay, so there you go. Ask Gemma about tassels on Friday. Yes, definitely ask me about tassels on Friday. That's a great thing to ask me. You got the wirework owl this morning, Sylv, but I'm pretty sure, I'm absolutely certain I sent the others out, but I will double check when I come off of this live. Let me change my camera back so I can have you back. Not that I can see your faces, but I don't feel like I'm talking to you when I'm down the board. Right, put you there. I don't want a close up of me, do you? How's that? My hair? Yeah, there we go. You enjoyed that? Oh, good. It's a nice one, that one, isn't it? A bit more involved, less of a mini demo, more of a full-on demo. But yeah, it's quite a nice. That's quite nice. Bit of negative space, bit of direction. Yeah, pleased with that one. I like it better than the other one, than the first ones. So yeah, nice and easy as well. You can make those as components. I mean, you can make those as components to connect around in a necklace, or you can use it perhaps as a bit of a clasp or a loop to thread something through. Whatever, however you use it, I'd love to see how you evolve it, what your combination of gemstones will be. Wirework hours. Could you do a class with tassels, please? I will show you how to do tassels. Tassels are in the demo box, actually, in one of the mystery demos, but it's just never been picked. But it's definitely something you can ask on Friday. That's exactly what the serger is for. That sort of, lots of these sort of style, quick demos, problem solving. Can't get my loops closed. Okay, I can show that. Can't make a perfect spiral. I can do that. So lots of different techniques and ideas to float with on that day. See you tonight, Abby. Yes, I will see you tonight. So 6 o'clock live with Charmers. I will be doing a show all about balance and visual weight, and I'll be focusing on creating connectors. So like for 3-strand necklaces or tassel earrings. So I'll be showing you how to make a few connectors, and I will be sort of talking to you about creating balance, even if you haven't got a symmetry. So using components to balance each other and ways to do that. So we'll be sort of talking through that and I'll be doing some sort of presentation demonstrations on how to create that. My screen keeps freezing, so obviously the internet's being silly. So there we go. Yeah, these are one of the pairs of earrings for this evening's show. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you there. Loads of lovely gemstones, gorgeous amethyst, gorgeous garnets, gorgeous carnelian, sunstone. What else have I got over there? Some more amethyst. Yeah, nice show tonight. Lovely components. So I will see you this evening at 6. Hopefully I'll see you, some of you, Thursday for this lovely filigree bracelet ring workshop. And then Friday for jewelry surgery, which is what I really can't wait to see you on that. I can't wait to see how that day goes and just create and have a nice day together. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed the demo. Right. So have to go now. Break is finished. We'll hopefully see you on Charmers later, Gem. Great. It's a lovely demo. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Mandy, I love how it uses minimal stones, but looks like a fantastic statement piece. Ideal for the odds and ends from other makes or bead scoops. Yes, absolutely. Definitely. Right. That was a great demo. Bye. Bye, everybody. Don't forget to give me some thumbs up, share, and things like that, because it all helps with growing the channel. All right. I'll see you all soon. Bye.